This weekend, there were several scary flights that the FAA will consider when it meets next week for an aviation safety summit. The first emergency came when an unruly passenger tried to open an exit door during a flight from LA to Boston. Passengers tackled him until the pilot could land and he was arrested. A Southwest flight from Havana was supposed to go to Fort Lauderdale but suffered a multiple bird strike on takeoff. The engine caught fire, sending smoke and panic through the jet, forcing an emergency landing. And a private plane from New Hampshire flew into severe turbulence that left one passenger dead. The flight attendants union says all these incidents point to one safety feature that no one should ignore.
This is exactly why we tell you to wear your seatbelt, because if you're not wearing your seatbelt when severe turbulence like this happens, it can actually be deadly.
Turbulence normally just means a bumpy ride ahead, but the FAA says there is something called clear air turbulence, which comes with no visible warning, so pilots have no time to turn on the fasten seatbelt sign. It is what caused a flight from Texas to Germany to drop 1,000 feet last week. 7 passengers in that case were injured.
I'm not a good flyer to begin with, and when we see
You shouldn't have listened to this.
I had to watch it. Coming up.